Welcome back to Check Guys. As promised, this is going to be the ninth chapter review of Dead Rock. It's the last chapter released this month. It looks like this series will be releasing every month. So next chapter will be releasing actually in just a few weeks, but you guys won't be able to see it until probably late April, just because April is the beginning of a new season, so I have a bunch of first impression videos releasing there in the beginning. So I do put a pause on these videos. So it is what it is. So but anyways, this is gonna be chapter 9. Chapter 10 hopefully releases in a few weeks, but it's intense. Now I do want to correct myself. I did mention a character Cougar in the previous video, and I think even in chapter 7, and I thought he was a teacher. He's actually a student. He's a head student of the school. I just want to correct myself in the beginning before I say anything else. Just keep that in mind. Now, before anything else past this, if you haven't done so by now, make sure you subscribe to my channel. Give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing. You guys can follow me on social media and other places by checking the description below. I'm trying my best to post as many videos as possible for you guys, not just for the growth of my channel, but really just to have content out there for you guys to see. So if you're interested into more content, more chapter reviews, more volume reviews, more anime, old, new, I have it. I'm trying my best to get stuff out. So watch all that here in my channel. Okay, so Dead Rock. Now Dead Rock is from the creator of Fairy Tail and Eden Zero, in case you're wondering. That's why I'm reviewing it, but it is a series that has been doing really well. I really liked this chapter, to be honest. A little bit more build up on Yakuto. His strength is actually increasing. He's learning how to put his strength and power all in one place, because at this point the only thing he can use is his arm as the dragon, right? He's limited his power through the teachers. Now, last we left off, High the Ice Guy shows up, defends him, and now he's picking a fight against Cougar, the #1 student in the school. Now, we do get a background story of him and Cougar, and essentially Cougar was a servant that worked under Hyen's family, and Cougar, like he is now, he was still like that as well. He wanted to just talk to girls, and he encouraged Hyen to talk to girls for him, and ended up that all these girls ended up in love with Hyen themselves, which then made Cougar very mad. He's like, he stole all the chicks. Very, very masochista. What's the word in English? Gosh. Male dominant, mind-sided. I don't remember the word, but anyways, male toxicity for sure, and it's coming out of Cougar, and it seems like the fight is going to become Hyen against Cougar. Hyen does say, Cougar was always stronger than me. It's my fight. I need to figure out how to beat him, right? And they do brawl for a little bit, but then Yakuto steps in and is like, you know what? No, this is actually my fight, right? If he's the #1 student in the school, then I have to defeat him to show at least an ounce to God that I can defeat him, right? So, there's a whole question like, wait, Yakuto, you're supposed to go save Freyr. Well, in the book that they find of Freyr, or where is Freyr, they see that she actually is now awake, and she is fighting against the pumpkin dude, which she's doing pretty well for herself. She's beating him up. The people, underlings of Cougar, I guess, are not as strong as he is, so she's able to defend herself. So that leaves Yakuto pretty much free enough to start the brawl against Cougar. So the brawl does start, I'm going to say again, in the beginning, just like in the previous chapter, very one-sided. Yakuto is being defeated, and at the same time, we get this flashback again on Hyen talking to Cougar about what makes a good warrior. And Cougar talks about the best warrior is the one that doesn't give up. Now, I recently talked about Bamboo Blade, which is an anime, older anime that aired in the mid 2000s, and this is also very much of what they use in their anime aspect and manga as well. But there's just one character in this particular anime that always loses, but she always keeps on trying and trying, and she does end up winning at the end of the anime. But it's a very good lesson, and as a teacher, but now also as a father, I'm learning that it takes a while for someone to learn, one, how to lose, because there is going to be a lot of times where you will lose, and you first will have to know how to react when that happens, but two, what happens after that, right? After the initial reaction, what are you going to do next? Are you going to give up, or are you going to keep on going, right? So learning how to lose and keep on losing, it sucks, but you also have to learn that, in this world, there's always going to be someone better than you in whatever you do. It's just that's just what it is. So love that in his build up a character. He does keep on going. I hate that they throw ads on this app ever so often. He does keep on going. He does actually is able to channel all his strength and force into his right arm, and does a pretty good uppercut that knocks out Cougar cold. So yeah, that is the now the actually the very very much end is the introduction of a new vice principal, Bren. Now, we don't know who this guy is, but he is observing them. I'm going to say he might be the eye of the library, but he is observing them, and he's wondering if they're looking for the weakness of God. So he himself knows that the weakness of God may actually be in the library. So I don't know. I think they're up to something. They actually have good intel, and in chapter 8, it was discovered that God doesn't get close to the library. He avoids it because or no one knows why he avoids it, but he avoids it. So that's, there's another question there, like, why is he avoiding the library? Is there a weakness there for that is keeping him from it? So really good chapter, really pushed on the character in Yakuto, but also on just the series itself. Moving on forward to see what's going to happen to God. Is God in threat or not? And we'll just have to see in the next chapter, which I'll have to wait a few weeks, but oh well, it is what it is. Thank you guys so much for watching this. If you haven't done so by now, subscribe to my channel, give some love by commenting, liking, and sharing, and I will see you guys, like always, don't be strangers. See you guys.